guys, in our today's session we are going to see tracing changes through thousand years part 3. And next topic in this chapter is old and new religions. Okay guys, let us move on to the today's session. In this thousand periods of time, when we are exploring all the changes which happening in the medieval period, we can find many changes which occurred when it comes to the religion. That is, major development happened in the religion. That too, in the Hinduism, we can see every person is deeply associative with God. When it comes to deeply associative in God is a personal point, and when it comes to collectively believing God, and collectively they all believe that there is some supernatural power. They believe that there is some supernatural power which is guiding us always. These all changes or traces which we are talking now is related to Hinduism, and most important thing or prominent position was given to Brahmanas in this period. The prominent position was given to whom? Brahmanas in this period, or the priest in this religion. Priest is nothing but they thought the connectors between God and the devotee. The Brahmanas act as a connector between God and the devotee. We also have the concept of declining of Brahmanas' importance emergence in 16th and 17th century. That is the idea called the bhakti. The idea of bhakti, the devotional love, the unconditional love to God, which makes us to get connected directly to God. That means they don't need any sort of priest. Okay, they have the devotional love between God and themselves. They don't need any sort of brahmanas, devotees as a connectors. So, which makes us to get connected directly to the God. We doesn't need any priest or any brahmanas to make us to get associated with God. So this concept is bhakti movement, and so the idea of bhakti also emerged during this period. So meaning of bhakti, single-minded, intense devotion to God. It was a complete surrender of oneself to God. The movement which emphasized primarily these ideas was the bhakti movement, devotion to God. Bhakti to God were accepted as salvation. Next, we also have the new religions, that is Islam religion coming in. Many of the Islam rulers ruled us. For example, let me tell the example of Islam ruler, that is Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire was one such example for Islamic rulers. And they educated with the mosque and Quran. Just interpreted these different ways to make the people to understand that God, Allah, has unconditional love, and He will bless all the beliefs of Him and followers of Him unconditionally. So, all these new changes were also traced during this 1000 years of period. In Islam community, we also have the people, the two different types of Muslims, that is Islamic, that is Sunni versus Shia. Sunni Muslim versus Shia Muslims. These are all the difference between these two types of Muslims. So, we also have the people, those who believe Muhammad Ali as a follower of Lord Allah. We also have his relative Ali, who is a real Khalifa. Well, Sunnis who are having a different point of view. So, Shias and Sunnis, different laws emerged during this period. So like this, it has become the emergence of new religions. At the same time, old religions, their beliefs and customs were deeply believed by some people. Some people believed it in a group, while some people questioned it. Some people brought the idea of bhakti, some people believed the Islamic religion, some people got converted, some people remained the same, and like this, the old and new religion were present during this 1000 years of period. Got it, children? Okay, let us move on to the next topic. Thinking about the time and the historians period. Time. Now in this 1000 years of period, we have seen many changes, isn't it? The first thing, time. The time is an evidence which gives us the idea how the changes occurred in the social and economical organizations and how the system got transformed from one period to the other, that we come to know with the change of the time as calendars change the period for systematic, that is, systems have been got transformed and occurred in a new shape or new forms, new traditions, new customs. All this we study now. Then British. The British historians divided the Indian history into two further groups. The three phases in the history of India, namely Hindu, Muslim, British civilizations. Here, when they are divided like this, they divided this on the basis of Hindu rulers, based on Muslim ruler, based on the British arrival to India. Okay, but they forget the basic fundamentals that India is a land of diversity. Isn't it? India is a land of diversity, right? We have Hindu rulers, we have Muslim rulers, we have Indians who are following Hinduism as well as Islamic religion, and also Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrians also there. So that diversity of India is completely neglected with the division of British historians. That is the fundamental point which we need to remember in this 1000 years of period. So we have many changes occurred during this 1000 periods of years of history. So the tracing changes through 1000 years of history is not an easy task for the historians. It's a huge task for historians because it has to cover many important changes which have occurred with regards to religion, with regards to ruling, with regards to kingship. So all these things, even the idea of religion, the bhakti concept also emerged during this period. So that's why it was not an easy task for the historians. It is rightly remarked as a huge task for the historians. That's all about today's session, children. Thank you for your support. Thank you, guys.